All right, what's good, Forexia fam? We're back with part 2 of the GME and AMC manipulation. In this video, in this part, we're going over how they own the mainstream media. We're going over some facts. So before we get into this, I just really want to reiterate this to you guys. This trade is a dream come true. All you have to do is hold, okay? This isn't like any other trade you'll ever be in. This isn't the market in general, okay? Any strategy that you have, it won't apply to anything that is going to happen in this short squeeze. What you have to realize is that this could be your last trade you ever trade. And I don't mean it because, obviously if you over risk, it'll be your last trade, but you don't even have to over risk. You can risk even one share, right? 2 shares, 3 shares, with the potential of this going into hundreds of thousands of dollars per share. There's people that could retire with 2, 3, 4 shares easily. I'm here to make tens of millions of dollars on this trade, on this single trade. There's no other trade, there's nothing that exists that I could say, yeah, I'm going to invest X amount and make out with tens of thousands of percent more. No, in a single trade, that's unheard of. However, this is a short squeeze. This is not like any other trade. This isn't like any other setup you've ever seen in your life, okay? This is the potential to make life-changing money, not just for you, but your family and your generation, the generations to come. So, what do you have to do? What is the number one most important objective of this entire market playout? It is to overcome psychological manipulation, because that's the only thing these big banks, these hedge funds have to use against us, okay? That's all there is. This is a massive psychological operation. What you have to do is you have to outsmart the banks. If you sell, you were outsmarted by the banks. If you sell early, that's exactly what they want you to do. We have a common enemy to destroy, you guys. This is the same people that have, I'm sure many of the people listening have traded Forex. Even if you haven't, whether you've traded stocks, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It's all under the same grip of these same people that manipulate every single day these markets, these financial markets. So, you guys, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel for more videos on how to understand financial market manipulation. That's what this channel is about. That's every single video that's been on this channel since I created this channel years ago. That's all we put. That's all we broadcast, is understanding market manipulation, understanding other ways to trade rather than fundamental, rather than technical analysis, rather than, being fed by the same person that's manipulating you. So, if you guys want, you can participate in this video, participate in a $500 cryptocurrency giveaway. All you have to do is comment below your thoughts on AMC and GME short squeeze, and within the next 2 weeks, let's say within the next 10 days, I will be giving away. So that'll be January 21st. On January 21st, we will be giving away $500 to one of the people that comments under this video. So make sure you do that. And also, if you check in the description of this video, we have our free ebook on the beginner's guide to market manipulation. It is a free download. Link in the description. Go check that out, you guys. All right. Who is our enemy? Who are the people that are short selling this stock or these stocks? GEP, GME, and AMC. Who are we playing against? We're playing against the world's largest financial institutions. Over 50 of the world's largest financial institutions. Together, they're worth trillions of dollars. Not billions, not hundreds of millions, trillions of dollars. Okay? We're talking about Goldman Sachs. We're talking about the Bank of America, Citadel. Citadel, if you don't know, it's one of the world's largest market makers for stocks, for indices, for Forex, for all of these. Anchorage Capital, Capital Management. Speaking of Anchorage Capital just went broke. They bankrupted. They have to give back, I think it's like $8 billion of funds to their investors. Why? Well, if you look into it, one of their biggest short positions was AMC. Their other massive short position was GME. So all of these people, right, the Motley Fool, Market Watch, Sinclair, Broadcast Group, News, Fox, NBC, Comcast, all these people will tell you that no, that GameStop is worthless. AMC is worthless. Sell that. Why are you holding it? It's not like it's these companies are going to go bankrupt. That's what they want you to believe. But if you look, who is going bankrupt first? It wasn't AMC. It wasn't GME. The first one to go bankrupt was one of them. Anchorage Capital. Look into it. All right, so what we have to realize is that any type of news article that comes out via the mainstream media, all of these mainstream media outlets, these news outlets, whether it be the Motley Fool, Market Watch, Fox Corporation, NBC, News, any of these types of outlets where we get our information as the masses, we have to really ask ourselves, who is behind this information? Who is sponsoring them? Or who owns these media outlets? When you look into it, well, just so happens that these hedge funds either sponsor or they own shares of these companies. They're all in cahoots with each other. Citadel owns $96.4 million worth of Market Watch. Market Watch is a massive site of financial information where the masses go to get their financial information, to be suggested to sell their stock of AMC and GME. Not only are these financial news outlets owned or sponsored by these organizations, but the data flow from multiple different brokers is also owned from Citadel, owned by Citadel, or provided by Citadel or one of these hedge funds. Check out all of these different brokers: E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, Webull, Ali Invest, First Trade, Fidelity, TradeStation. So it comes down to what can versus what can we not trust. Okay? What can't we trust, you guys? We cannot trust the mainstream media. If you see this, okay? Citadel owns these massive mainstream media. We cannot, in our right minds, think that these people have our backs. The mainstream media news outlets do not care for a second about us making money. In fact, they're here to get us to lose money. These broker data feeds, chats, candlestick patterns, charts, and or technical analysis. All of these things we cannot trust. Why? Because all the way from the news to the data feeds are from the same people. The people that want us to fail, that are trading against us. What is it that we can trust, however? We can trust the level of fear that is emanating from the hedge funds. How can we trust this? How do we know this for a fact? Well, we know for a fact that these major groups, these major broadcast groups, major media outlets are owned by the same people that want you to sell because they're in positions. Okay? So they keep spreading FUD all over the mainstream media. What is FUD? Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. They want you to fear. They want you to be uncertain. They want you to doubt that it's going to happen. Why? Because for every single person that's not in this trade, that's another person that they don't have to pay out. So the Motley Fool, obviously it's owned by Citadel, or at least sponsored by Citadel. They're constantly influencing retail traders to sell their GME and AMC shares. The Motley Fool actually brought out a news article back in January of apparently Melvin Capital closing out their positions. But what do we know? We know Melvin Capital supports the Motley Fool. They sponsor the Motley Fool. And Melvin Capital is just one out of the 50 plus different institutions that have to close out their positions. So they made an article saying that one out of these 50 plus hedge funds closed their positions, and then everything just died down. Everything just kind of died down as if there was only one big hedge fund, that is Melvin Capital, shorting against these companies. Yet there's 50 plus hedge funds. This article was published on January 27th of 2021. Yet, in the year of 2021, there was over 1,500 Motley Fool articles telling people to sell their GameStop, or influencing people to sell their GameStop and AMC shares. Why? Why would they care so much if you have these shares and they close out of their positions, right? It's because they didn't close out of their positions. So here's the big question, you guys, because this is, I'm not sure if you understand how big this is. Like, I'm not sure if there are people that can comprehend the amount of money that could possibly be made in this play. Because it's not like any other play. It's not like it's nothing. It's unheard of. Okay? This play, this single trade, you guys, these people are so massively over-leveraged with hundreds of millions, billions of dollars in their accounts, over leveraging on these two positions because they had so much conviction that AMC and GME was going to go bankrupt. And for years, they've had not even a slap on the wrist. So they were like, oh, we're going to get away with this. What happens if the major hedge funds default? What does it mean to default? So generally, a default refers to a company or individual who fails to make payments or interest payments on time. It typically applies to loans taken from a bank or provider, blah, 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 can lead to a declaration of bankruptcy or loss of an asset collateral that will be used to pay off debts. So what do I mean by what happens if these major hedge funds default? It means what happens if Citadel, a multi-billion-dollar hedge fund, and not just Citadel, I'm talking about all of these different hedge funds that have shorted together and are in cahoots with each other trying to bankrupt these two companies. What happens? Well, first of all, together they have trillions and trillions of dollars, as mentioned previously. However, that may not be enough to solve this financial crisis that's about to occur. That's where the DTCC comes in. The Depository Trust and Cleaning Corporation. This is basically the insurance of the stock market. The U.S. stock market has I guess you could say, a back office in which all of the stocks that are bought and sold, they come to tuition, right? And the brokers interact with each other and interact with clients through the market via the DTCC. Like I said, it's like a back office for the stock market. The DTCC provides clearing and settlement services for the financial markets. So basically, if these big banks, if these hedge funds or institutions can't come up with enough money to pay us, it will be reverted to the DTCC. If the hedge funds go bankrupt, this is the company required to ensure payout. All right, what I really need you guys to do is do your own due diligence, do your own research, because this has nothing to do with fundamentals. As I've previously mentioned, the fundamentals are almost always going to be the exact opposite of what you should do. So if all the fundamentals, right, if the Motley Fool has sent out 1,500 articles in the past year telling you to sell your GameStop and AMC shares, what should you be doing? You should probably be doing the opposite. For every article that they come out with telling you to sell, you should probably be buying. Okay, this has nothing to do with technicals either. The price doesn't matter. This has nothing to do with technicals. Doesn't have anything to do with the chart patterns, the price at this time, the price at close, the price. None of that matters. Why? Because all of the data feeds are sourced from our enemy. Okay? This has everything to do with you doing your own research. That's what it comes down to. Nothing more, nothing less. And like I said, this is a short squeeze. This isn't like a normal trade, right? Like, I personally have been trading for 6+ years, Forex, crypto stocks, all of that, you name it. And it's not like I could have been, none of that has prepared me for what's going to happen. None of that, nothing can prepare anyone for what's about to happen. Because this is unlike anything that will ever happen, ever. Okay? Understand and research what a short squeeze is. That will be your best bet. And last but not least, value your shares, right? Don't sell for chump change. This is life-changing money. Lots and lots of people. I'm not the only one. And there are people with degrees. There are people that have graduated from Harvard. I personally have talked to retired financial advisors from Beverly Hills that manage celebrities' profiles, that manage celebrities' portfolios, and they're on this. They're on this trade to make hundreds of thousands of dollars per share. And they won't close out until that. So I have personally, I've spoke with actual retired financial advisors from the Beverly Hills that have told me, yeah, you're right. This is 100% the biggest transfer of wealth that we will see in our lifetimes. The shorts have to be covered. Every single day they're losing billions of dollars. Why? Because they don't own their positions. To keep those short positions open, it's like they're constantly paying their broker to keep these open positions open. In our upcoming videos, as we will be making more videos about this, have an exit plan, okay? We're going to be going over how to exit, what to expect, and what to expect when this starts happening. Because I'm not sure if anybody realizes how big this is going to be, but it's not going to be like the previous short squeeze in January where it lasted a few days. This could last a month. This could last 2 months. This could last 3 months. This could last an entire year. You could see price per share hit $1 million per share, $2 million per share. But once again, I personally am not a financial advisor, so don't take my word for it. The next video is going to be on how the short squeeze could cause a financial Armageddon, a complete meltdown of the economy. So you're not going to want to miss that video, you guys. Once again, if you want to participate in the $500, all you got to do is comment on this video, comment below, and we'll pick someone in the next 10 days to have $500 sent to their, in cryptocurrency, sent to their wallet. So, and also, once again, in the description, we have the beginner's guide to market manipulation, completely free. Link in the description. All right, you guys, take care. Had an awesome day today, and I hope you guys did too. Peace.